Hi everyone, happy Monday. Welcome. Woohoo!
Woo! Hold on, my phone's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
I know, it's like I had to put my computer off, otherwise and I had to disconnect my phone from Google Home.
Right?
You're gonna turn my speaker.
Right. I know everything, and I'm like, okay, push this back, but then I need to be able to read this.
I know. It's like
Hi,
like what Ingrid says. We gotta, drink our coffee, touch our nose. Hi everybody.
Guys, I know, right? And then turn around 3 times and
yeah. I'm just waving to everyone. So nice to see everyone.
I'm waving like this because my phone's over there.
Yeah. Yay! Welcome guys to Psychic Coffee Chats. Chloe and Lynette.
I got my coffee. Well, actually it's tea, hot tea.
Well, I was gonna say full disclosure, I do have English breakfast tea, so it's okay.
Yes, here we go. Herbal tea as well. But what a cute cup, right? So and look at your cute cup. That's one of the great things about coffee, right? And hot beverages is the cute cups.
It's all about the mugs. It's all about the mugs.
It is.
Welcome, Denise. I'm just going to say hi to everyone and wave. Hi, everyone. We got...
Hi, everybody.
Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Got Harriet. Denise is new to Instagram Live. Welcome, Denise.
Hi, Denise.
So, what should we try?
Well, let's just pretend like they're not there and let's do our regular thing.
So, I wanted to introduce you because, obviously this is my page. Everyone knows me. Sep is here. Hi, Sep.
Hey, Sep.
The incubator class. So yeah, everyone knows me, but I would love for you to give yourself a little introduction.
Hi, guys. Lynette. Okay. I thought this is I'm like, this is super cash. My name's Lynette Brown. I am a author and co-authored this book with Dr. Duvee, which we really love. So besides being an author, I'm an intuitive success coach, certified medium. I've been on the circuits. I've traveled, done that. I can do it. Published with Hay House, and have actually been practicing this work. Every time I think about this, it just kind of blows my mind. Professionally for over 20 years and personally for 30 years. So this is something I've been living and breathing and eating for the past 30 years. Yeah. And so, and it's my passion. I love it. I love intuition. I love energy. I love working with money and creating all new things and universal laws. And so that's me in a nutshell. I mean, I live in Texas, obviously, like we talked about. Texas. Yeah, well, we can do Texas tea later on. We'll have some tea and some Texas tea. I live in Texas. I live on the river, and I have family in Austin and sweet Chloe here, and we love it. I mean, we love doing this work, right, Chloe? I mean, that's why we're doing this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Denise, that's okay. We know that Life with Brisket is you. Hi, Anjali. Hi, Julia.
She's like, thanks, Denise. I didn't know that.
I know, because I worked with Denise and Bill, so I know Brisket pretty well, the cat. So I'm like, oh yeah.
That's such a great name for a cat too. I remember,
especially because Bill is a butcher. So
I did not know that Bill was a butcher. And here we're talking about Denise's life.
He owns a butcher store, like a butcher store.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though, because obviously people are like, wait, aren't you vegan? But he's like a big person in the community. He is all about local, sustainable, and
oh, that's cool.
Supports local businesses. So he's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hence the name Brisket.
Yeah.
So we did not get off track.
exactly. No, here we go. So I want to actually share, I was thinking about this like an hour ago, and I wanted to share a little bit about my story with Lynette because it's very magical. It's actually so magical how we met, because I was living in Vancouver. I had moved from Dubai, and I had been working with Divi. And I remember I was kind of like at this point of like intuition was starting to get louder and louder. And I was like, okay, can't really ignore this anymore. And Divi kept being like, you should join these classes. And I just remember seeing the email to the retreat that you guys were hosting. And I remember being like, I don't know, something going on here. And so it was like late at night that I watched your call. And as soon as I heard your voice, there was something inside of me that was like, who is this woman? And I remember the first intro call we had, and it was just like so magical. And we met, and then I moved to Austin, and you've taught me so much, so much. It actually makes me emotional.
Oh, I love that. And so if you guys didn't catch that, so Chloe joined the retreat.
I did.
She said yes. And she really, it's amazing. I have to tell you, one of the beautiful things about doing this work is being able to witness people like you expanding and moving through the challenges of life, tapping into their magic, saying yes to their own empowerment, and building their business is their passion, their expressions in the world, regardless of what that is, whether it's doing readings, whether it's, being an accountant, whatever it is, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's very,
and now it's great. We're both completely obsessed with magic.
Yes, I would say
our partners are both like, really? Like more? It's like more, yeah. So it's
like
nice.
when the door's shut, don't open it.
Exactly. Hi, Tori.
Hi, girl.
Hey. So, you know me, I tend to be like organized. I'm like sending Lynette questions, and I'm like, we're just gonna flow, but then I also have questions because I don't know if you remember this, but actually you probably don't remember this because I've never told you this, but after the retreat, kind of like while we were just starting to work together, like 500 years ago, just kidding. I emailed you. No, that's true. I emailed you to see if you wanted to come on my podcast. And I don't think you ever got that email.
I never did. Ever. I would have said yes, for sure.
I know. And it's funny because I was checking out the email today because it popped into my head. I haven't thought about this in so long. And I was like, hey, I would love to have you on my podcast to talk about magic and intuition.
Oh, you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
It's like, that's crazy. And here we are. We're just like, hey, let's do something fun. Since we can't meet at the coffee shop, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do it with our peeps this way, right? Create that community.
Exactly. Yeah, Tori's like Conscious Conversations. Tori was actually the first guest for that podcast, actually.
Oh, way to go. Of course. Yeah. So crazy interesting, too.
So, because I'm kind of pretending that this is my podcast now.
I kind of caught that just now.
Setting it up this way.
So wait, let's let them know. I'm like, so Chloe wanted certain subjects flow. She's like, no, super cash. We're just gonna sit and talk.
No, but also just like for everyone to know, like we have been thinking about doing something together for years.
Yes.
And last year we were both writing our books at the same time, so we'd get together at this cafe in San Marcos, which was in between both of where we live. And so when everything shut down, it was like we need to do more things together. So online, and we wanted to kind of open the space and Lynette's really taught me this about like it, making sure that you're having fun, and always being playful. And with magic and intuition, it's like it's like opening the space to invite everyone to kind of join in this and explore magic and intuition. And you know, if you guys have questions, you're welcome to ask. I of course have like 30 questions that I've written down. And then what we also, you know, wanted to do is like open the opportunity to do readings. If
Definitely.
people have anything like, you know, that they are feeling called to ask us, to ask for guidance and support. So yeah, and we'll see. I'm just honored. I'm excited.
I am too. This is fun. This is fun. So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
We'll go like this.
Yeah.
So, Chloe, what is magic to you?
God damn it, Linda. Okay. So, and
you guys can tell we've been working together for a while, right? Sometimes I can like, ooh, wonder what she's thinking. Were you going to ask me that question?
Yes, I was. So let's see if it's the same. Tori, dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
To me, magic, I mean, I was thinking about this, like, I don't really see magic as and intuition as separate. I see them as the same. And even I was like even looking at, because you know how some people write magic MAGIC, and some people write it with a K, and some people it's interchangeable. And I'm looking at all of, you know, just looking into all of this. But for me, magic is it's a way of life. It's a way of being. So it's like it just feels like it's who we are. Like I really feel like we're magical. Like I always think about when we're younger and we're like the way that we see the world, the way that we see ourselves, the way that we witness and observe life. We're constantly in wonder about everything. And so that for me that's magic. It's like just how incredible everything is all the time, and how when we allow ourselves to interact with that and be a part of that in every moment, then it's like it's a way of being. So yeah,
definitely, I love that.
Yeah,
a way of being. What's magic? A way of being.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, for me, so I guess because, you know, I'm much older than you, I've had those years like on me, you know, that when being called a witch was a derogatory comment, and, oh, well, if you're even dabbling in intuition, that, you know, oh, are you some gothic, blah, 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 blah. And for me, I want to respect the religions like Wicca and, you know, other, pagan, you know, Norse, all of our cultural brothers and sisters, right? Because part of magic comes from that, you know, for me, the cultural, the land. For me, magic is two things. One is, for me, the magic with the C, not the K, magic with just the C, is changing a condition and using the universal law of perpetual transmutation, right? So being able to take something and, you know, with doing, you know, ceremony and spells, we're focusing and directing energy. So we're creating a movement of energy. And then magic with a K to me is like, there's, you know, cultures and religions that you like, and I know sometimes people with the C is like stage magic, and we're not talking about stage magic.
Right.
I'm not going to pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Yeah.
No way. No way. I'm doing good not to spill tea on my white shirt.
But so, I guess
I'm not that. They called me Grace in high school because I wasn't. So
yeah. And I think that because you grew up like in the Catholic, like you grew up Catholic, right?
Right.
So for you, it's very, hi, Ramen. Ramen's here. She says, love you.
Ramen.
Hi, Heather.
Heather's here?
Heather, well, no, so my Heather.
Different Heather, your Heather. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, my Heather?
My Heather, no, my Heather.
Oh, my Heather.
Our Heather.
Wait, can I share your Heather?
Yeah, of course.
I'll share mine.
Heather's, we can share. But because I didn't really grow up like very religious, like went to church, like grew up in Malaysia. My mom, was very spiritual, Buddhist, like it was all in my space. So that, and yeah, growing up in Malaysia, we were not really like, the religious aspect wasn't really shoved in our faces because it was so multicultural.
Right.
So it's like, it doesn't feel so ingrained in me that even like the differentiation is important, if that, does that, I mean?
And that's blessing. That's
I
blessing.
get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But I was even thinking, like, before I had a shower and the thought popped into my head that the fact that we can be having this chat on an open platform is a pretty amazing, like, that's magical.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's like the word I heard was privilege. It's like, this is pretty, like, to give, to have gratitude and appreciation for those who've walked before us, because this wouldn't have been allowed before. We would be in big fucking trouble.
No, and that's why for me, it's so important to dedicate, our book to our ancestors, everybody that came before, that we're standing on their shoulders. Because regardless if we liked them, regardless if we know anything about them, they are whose shoulders we're standing on, right? Our ancestors, right? It's powerful, powerful.
You ladies are such a blast. Love the flow of the conversation. I've been smiling and laughing.
Oh, yay! Yay! That's the whole point. Having coffee or tea.
Yeah. Oh, so many cool. It's nice to see everyone's here. Carlin, Sean from Whistler.
Oh, hi, Sean.
Hi,
Hey,
Sean.
baby. I didn't see her on there. Oh, there she is. I see her. Hi, Sean.
Both.
Oh, so fun. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. So, one of the things you and I have always talked about is, and I don't know if you guys on live are interested in this, is, how do we activate our magic, or how do we utilize it? How do we play with it? And here's the other thing that I feel is so important to say. When we say play, we don't mean without respect.
Yeah.
We mean play, meaning experiment, expand, and try, right? Not disrespect, because the whole thing is about respect, right?
No. Yeah. Well, and I think even like when I think of play, I think of like kids playing, and when kids are playing, they're not being disrespectful, right? I mean,
right.
But they're just like exploring, and they're not taking it seriously, and they're just, like you see a kid like building, like using Play-Doh or something, right? It's like, that's how, I mean, you and I both, we've got our candles lit, we've cleared our spaces, we've got our crystals.
Right. Well, I mean,
we're not.
Speaking about kids, I mean, think about it. When you were a kid, how many concoctions or brews did you make with sticks and rocks and dirt, and just like, just playing?
Yeah, absolutely.
But building magic.
That's the thing.
Right.
That's for me, like, what I always think about. It's not and that, one of the, because I put the question, I posted on my stories like 2 weeks ago if anyone had questions, and one of the questions that someone said was, how do you tap into your magic? Right? Which I think is such a great question. Because you put me on the spot first. Let's put you on the spot.
I didn't put you on the spot. I was just listening to my intuition.
Right.
Let's get real. Now I never want to put you on the spot, baby. So how do we tap into our magic? So for me, there's multiple levels, because there's so many of us. Some of us want to dive deep and create ceremonies and petitions and, that. And then there's others that are just like, I'm very practical, and I'd like to do just, I want to keep it on the down low. I'm not so sure about this. What is this? And so the first thing I would say is to tap into your magic. The first and foremost thing is, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to tap into it? What's your intention? Is it, just to play? Is it to get to know something, connect with something, connect with the earth, connect with the elements? Because magic is all about the elements, the moon, the sun, everything, right? The earth. And that can be as simple as noticing the moon phases. It could be as simple as going outside and looking at the stars or the clouds, tapping into who you are in the scheme of the world. So, or it can go into like, oh, I'm going to go buy a book and read something about how to learn how to do, I want to do a ceremony on success for my business. I want to start a new business, so I want to do a ceremony for success, right? That's, to me, is like the playing part, right? That's how I think. About you, Chloe, what do you think? How do you think? What's a way?
Well, I think that Matt, it's like, I was talking about this yesterday in my class. When I think about magic, and we see this in all of the books and movies that bring magic forward, it's like it has to connect. You have to have, like, when you think about your magic, there has to be, you want to be connected to your desire, your emotions, what do you feel? So for me, magic, like how, Lynette and I are both in a magic class together, with this wonderful woman, Karina Del Pazzo, who's also in Texas and is just an absolute gem, literally.
Literally, right? Yeah. She's amazing.
So we just finished, the month we were doing was candle magic, and the month before was clearing, and you and I both were like so into the clearing. Like, I feel like we both were like, yes, let's do it.
Let's play. Let's take it off. Yeah.
So just like went to town with clearing. And then in the candle magic month that just ended, for the first 3 weeks, like I wasn't feeling it. And I was just kind of like letting that be, keeping the tools around, but not pushing myself. And then it was like, just, it's kind of, I knew it was around me, but I just was waiting for that sort of invitation, if you will. And so it's like, but then it's like the second that connected, boom, I'm doing candle, like 10 candle magic everywhere. Stuff.
Well, and it's divine timing. It's listening, right? It's like everything, everything has a cycle, right? Everything has a flow. It's what it's, and paying attention. And that's one of the things, like you said, clearing, being clear, practicing clearing, and then set your intention, be clear, and pay attention.
Yeah. Right? And what do you want? What do you feel? Like what actually matters to you? What are you excited about? Right?
Definitely.
Like, you try to do something because you feel like you have to, or
it won't work.
It's not going to work. Yeah.
I'm going to do this candle magic for money because I really, really need this money. Or I'm going to do this money spell for wealth and success because I really need this money. Just universal laws, right? It's like, that's what you're expanding. Need. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Good stuff.
So, all about the play.
Yeah.
So tapping into, well, what's one of your favorite ways to tap into your magic?
Well, ceremony, and for me, that's why I put them in the book, because to me, ceremony is something that can be as simple as lighting a single candle with a thought, or as extravagant as 3-day kind of whatevers, right? And I have to tell you that, and it might be because my origin story is, being Catholic, and there's a lot of ritual in the Catholic Church, and I felt like I had really lost that when I, stepped away from the Catholic Church, and this great shaman brought it back to me, and it was like, whew. So that, to me, is where I notice things. It's not necessarily in the ceremony itself or in the experience. It's after sometimes, or it's the preparation before. It's paying attention to all the setting the boundaries and paying attention and noticing.
Yeah.
So that for me, ceremony is like,
I
what about
keep,
you?
I keep feeling like I need to ask you, like, when you say ceremony, what do you mean? Because I think people hear that word and they're like,
So ceremony likes can be simple as lighting a candle or doing something, extensive like candle magic, fixing your candles and setting them up with specific intentions and crystals and grids and or actually creating, getting a fire pot and burning dry herbs and setting the stage, just like, cultures have done for eons, right? It's
yeah,
a way to take it to take your focus and build jet fuel to your trajectory, because
right.
it's yeah, and it's not all logical. It's
No,
not left brain. So it's
no.
kind of,
Because I think that sometimes when people think ceremony, and I know I've done this before, it seems like it's such a massive thing that
oh yeah.
you get deterred from it, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like you picture,
One little candle,
yeah,
$1.99.
HEB.
HEB, 99 cents at, the
Yeah,
dollar store. Right. Right.
yeah,
Yeah. It doesn't have to be massive and expansive and over the top. That's overwhelming. And even sometimes I don't want to shake my rattle, or I don't want to drum, or it's following what I feels appropriate.
mm-hmm.
Right? If I'm doing a ceremony or focus on my physical body, like for vitality and, um, you know, radiance and, fitness and it might be very quiet and still and small, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't need to be over the top.
right.
For
Yeah,
you, does that make sense? Does that make
it,
sense to you? Is that what it looks like to you?
it does. It does. I would say that for me, um, my my space needs to be clean. Like I need to have, and this is, I'm telling you, this is my mom. Mom taught me this. Mom, if you're here, but it's great because my space is always very nice.
Right.
But things need to, I need things to look and feel good,
Right.
to tap into, to tap into my magic. So I know that like self-care is huge,
Mm.
right? So sleep, like, you know me, I'm like going to bed after this.
Yeah, she'll be in bed before it gets dark.
It's funny, Lynette and I were supposed to be going to Scotland together last fall, but our trip got canceled, sadly. But we were definitely like, I was a little bit nervous because we were going to room together, and Lynette's like, what's going to happen?
Because I get up early, but not like you, and I stay up late.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a longer span, but it's yeah.
Yeah.
But it would have worked out just fine.
It would have worked out. I saw you being like, I mean, what's your plan when we're in Edinburgh and it's late and we're supposed to go have a glass of scotch in the,
That would be fun. And that's the reason we were going to Scotland, was our ancestry and
Yeah.
to connect with our magic. We have a great teacher who teaches us runes, who works with the runes, Ingrid Kincaid. If you haven't heard of her, look it up. Ingrid Kincaid. She is awesome. And she is the one who really put the grounding of sovereignty and connecting with your ancestors, your lineage, for your magic, because that's where it comes from, right? It's all your ancestors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
We had a big initiation with her last spring.
yes, last March, a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, self-care is very important. My mom said the energy of aesthetics. It's like, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Because if I'm tired and I feel depleted, then it's like it's not happening. So yeah, for me, I guess it's the preparation. It's because like I like to have the tools available and there all, and you know, they're just always there kind of so that I can connect to them when I feel called to, because I tend to be quite spontaneous. Like it'll just kind of pop and I'll be like, this is what has to happen in 10 minutes.
Following your intuition.
I thought we were going to have dinner. I'm like, dinner's going to have to wait. I'll see you later.
See you later. There's some cereal in the cabinet.
Yeah, exactly. Order DoorDash.
There you go.
So yeah, so for me, it's like almost that the stage is always set so that when I feel the calling, it's easy. Like I don't have to be like, oh, I got to clean that up or.
Yeah, that's cool. And plus, because the air, especially when you keep it the same area, it contains the energy. It holds it. The land holds the memory, right? Yeah. The energy, not the memory. Energy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, the memory.
Yeah.
So are we going to do readings or what?
I mean, sure. Yeah. Does anyone have?
If they want, or do we just going to keep chatting? I'm good.
We've got 18 peeps here. So does anyone have questions? Does anyone want have any, like, is there any questions that anyone would like some guidance on? We're here.
We
got some psychics with tea at their chat.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, no, I was gonna actually make coffee because I didn't have any today because I drove back from Gina's this morning, and I was gonna because I didn't have coffee on the way, and I was like, no, 5 o'clock, no bueno.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Karina. Oh, Karina, hi. It's not Karina.
No, it's a different Karina.
But Austin. She's saying, me and relationship, will I find the one?
Well, so Karina, I feel like that's a loaded question. First of all, like when we find the one, just the thing of the one, the energy of the one, it feels like for me, there's a lot of pressure there for you. And instead of find the one that's perfect for you, right? And I know that's probably what you meant, but I definitely see that I see partnership, I see love, I see big expansion for you in the next 3 years. Within the next 3 years. And it feels like to me that when from today and 3 years from now, you're going to look at your life and go, oh my gosh, it doesn't look anything like it did over there. That's what I get. What do you get, Chloe?
Yeah, I keep seeing, it's funny, I keep seeing Karina standing at like on a railroad, like a train track. Mm-hmm. You're standing like still and you got kind of like a power stance. And so for me, it's like, I'm seeing your question and they're Xing out find and they're saying like, they're putting in like allow. Right? So I don't know if you feel this, Lynette, but I feel Karina's got like, she's got a lot of strength and power. She feels really like a solid kind
strong.
Yeah,
really
very
strong. Which so makes it challenging sometimes.
Yeah. But I just keep seeing you like emanating that, and it's just like there's something about, I guess with the railroad or train track, it's like movement or going somewhere, maybe traveling, but it's kind of like the partner, the relationship is going to come in from you being really kind of like, you know,
in movement,
yeah, but also like trusting herself and self-love, right?
Mm-hmm.
That seeing that she's a really amazing person, kind of like who wouldn't want to be with.
Exactly.
Yeah. So hope that helps, Karina.
Yeah.
We have Anjali, career path for me. How can I choose what?
What's their first name?
Anjali.
Anjali?
Yeah.
Career path?
Yes.
So you go first. I went first the last one.
I really want to see what you say, because I know we've worked together and I already know what I want to say, but I want what you say.
Okay, guys, I just want to take note that she has to do the next other two. Okay, right? That's all I'm saying. We're keeping things.
I mean, listen, I can totally go first, but I think you want
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, no, Anjali and career. So she wants to know, what does she want to know?
How can I choose? Basically, like, she's feeling confused in terms of what to do for her work.
Okay, you're at a fork in the road because you have to choose your lifestyle. What they're showing me is that you'll be successful, you'll do fine either way. Different lessons on each branch, and I keep hearing you can't go wrong, and you really, I keep hearing it's essential. Your team is saying it's essential for you to follow your heart, because there's some passion here and what comes through is unrequited. That there's an energy here that you really want to come forward. And I see gold stars. Like, so for me, that symbol is about success and like having it all. And I see a lot of them. The question I would ask you to tune into for yourself is, what is going to make me happy? What is going to feel good to me a year from now, 2 years from now? Because it's not immediate gratification. There's something you are building, and it feels tenuous. It feels like it's a beginning, and in that beginning there's something new. It feels like you're trying to begin something new, and in that new beginning over here, you feel like I should stay over here because I know this, and this is new and it's scary. So just know that it might be scary, just like it was scary for me to leave the legal world and step into this kind of work. But there's something that happens when you say, okay, I trust, and I say yes to the universe. And I also hear your team shouting, be bold. Be bold. And they're like, you're super smart, so you're not going to make any stupid choices, right? But be bold. That's what I get. What do you get?
I love that. I love that because I know her, and so I'm just like feeling the emotion.
Oh, good. Did I get it right?
Come on, Lynette.
No,
you
don't ever do
right
that.
or wrong.
I'm playing around, guys. This isn't what this is
Well, and something that I want to share is for everyone listening. Everything is for everyone. You know, it's like, so even though we're talking to Anjali right now, like you may be like, is she talking to me? It's like, yeah,
pretty much.
So yeah, for Anjali, I would say, yeah, I keep seeing leap, like leaping, like she's at a cliff, and it's like there, but she's very supported. Like you were saying, it feels like she's very supported, but she's stepping into the unknown. You're stepping into the unknown. It's it's like a lot of new stuff, but it's also not new. It feels like your mind is like, this is new, but your body and your heart and your soul are like, no, this is not new.
No, like her soul knows.
You know this, yeah. Yeah, what I'm getting is like you're coming home. You're returning home, and it's almost like there's an aspect of fear around that. Like it almost seems like scary, but that's part of the leaping, because it's almost like when you've been so they're saying like you've been doing stuff that in some way has felt hard, and so now it's starting to feel easy, and so your brain is like, there's something wrong maybe, right? Because it's like, if we're used to things being so hard, then when some things start to be easy, our brain starts to respond being like, no, this can't be right, like there must be something wrong here.
Right.
Keep feeling like, no, trust it, like trust how easy it feels, and when it feels wrong, like that's just when you need to do some of the work that we've worked on to remind yourself. Um, yeah.
That's right.
So hope that helps, Anjali. We got some people coming in here. I'm just gonna
You got doing it in order, right? I keep hearing do it in order. Make sure
we
you don't
are
miss anybody. Okay. I don't wanna miss-
waving.
I'm like, I don't want to miss anybody.
I'm just giving the waves. Okay, so Alana says, I'm open to anything that comes through for me.
Alana,
Yes.
go.
Okay, so I immediately see a horse immediately. So and again, it's like there's some bias, but I'm not gonna go there. I feel that you've been getting the guidance, and you've been like feeling the messages around this for a while. I also see, like, again, farm, it's like being out in the country, animals, there's just a lot of connections to nature, but specifically horses. Like, I know you've been thinking about maybe doing a retreat with horses, but I just really feel that it's like a hell yes in this, and there's something really important and powerful about that experience for you. Yeah, it's like where you'd feel really, you'd almost like meet a part of yourself that you haven't met before. So yeah, I just the horse just immediately showed up as soon as I connected to Alana.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
What'd you get?
I got that the first thing I kept seeing her needing to put her hands in the dirt, like needs to connect to earth. And then I also heard really loud and clear, forgive, 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 forgive. And I feel like it's not just out there, it's here as well. And forgive, you know, the government, forgive the politics, forgive the state of the world, forgive, you know, stupid people, right? Forgive those who do not know, who cannot see.
Yeah, I feel that. I love that, the image of just like hands in the dirt. The dirt is calling you.
It is. I mean, on a farm with horses, that's some serious dirt.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Angelique Maria 444. My favorite.
Oh yeah. Oh hi, Angelique. How are you, honey?
So okay. This is a great question, because this is a question that a lot of people are actually have asked me and are sitting with. So I'd love to hear what guidance is there for me, and whether to vaccinate or not.
Oh, vaccine. No, go ahead, Chloe. That's yours first.
No, that's yours. I did on.
No, you didn't do two.
Okay, fine. Put me on the spot here.
Look. See,
Okay.
guys, that's an example of holding your center. What I did, I love her, but I'm still holding the center and saying, no, you promised.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
Well, and
Jan, did she do that to you a lot? Okay, fine.
The worst. And I'll be honest, like I can relate to this question, because it's something that I am, like sitting with all the time myself, even though I, in some respects, feel very grounded and at the moment one decision, because of the energy, because everyone, they're like, this is a collective energy right now where everyone is essentially asking themselves this question for all different reasons, right? So
right.
It's
It's highly charged. Like you can hear it in your voice, Chloe. It's like it is highly charged for all of us. And I have clients on all ends of the spectrum. Like absolutely not, and oh, you absolutely do.
Yeah.
This is to me why our guidance is essential. Following and I know this sweetheart, Angelica Maria 444, and I know how tapped in. She's an intuitive. She's tapped in. She's very tapped into the angels. She's a powerful, powerful woman. So what I would say is tune in to what's right for you. Now, that being said, we're also very intelligent, and there's my challenge is it's so easy to get fake news, fake information.
Right.
Go to people that you respect. Go to places that you know and respect, experts that you know and respect in whatever area it is. My son's a doctor, so he was the first person. I trust him with my life. So he was the first person that I'm going to talk to, and he knows that I don't follow Western medicine protocol. Let's just say that's what he says. My mom does not follow Western medicine protocol, right? But having clear conversations, understanding, different, because here's the different sides of the story. Here's the biggest thing. If you feel fear, or if you are in any bit concerned, if you have this, it's a conspiracy or whatever, your energy, what you're going to be bringing, universal law says so, right? You're going to be bringing all of that to you, right? If you are clear as like, okay, polio went away because of vaccine, measles, like all these things. And yes, we know there's all kinds of the other side of the story, right? So, and just like COVID, just like racism, bias, sexual bias, gender, everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah.
And so what the most important thing to do is to do what you feel most aligned with, what you feel comfortable with after you've done the research. Like, don't just like, I'm going to sit on my cushion and meditate and don't do it. And then you're without, like, be whole, right? We're not here to bypass, right? We want to have all the information.
Yeah. Well, and I also will say that sometimes it's like walking the talk as well, because it's like using our intuition and working with our magic means like all the time. So it's not just when it's convenient. So it's like what Lynette, what you were just saying. Paying attention to what do you believe about whatever your choice is, because that's going to have a very big impact. And I know for myself that the pressure, like, almost put a force field of energy, like pushing the energy outside of your body and your energy field around like the pressure and the stories from others that say yes or no, so that you can get really clear and rooted in your choice. Because it's the same as everything. At the end of the day, you're the one that's going to choose, and you're the one that's going to live with the consequences of whatever your choice is. And when whatever happens, you can't be like, well, you told me to do it, or you told me not to do it.
Right.
You're the keeper and the steward of your being. So you have to feel solid about your choice.
Don't you find it interesting that this is another polarizing conversation? Is universal law of polarity in a nutshell. Here it is. And I have friends in my inner circle who are like, I'm not going to talk about the vaccination because I have people on both sides, and even if I get it, I won't tell anybody.
Right.
And I'm like, that's crazy. We should be able to say, this is what I believe, this is what I feel. And you might disagree. You might be, in the US, you might be politically red, you might be politically blue. Hello. It's like we need to be there's a lot of polarizing going on.
Yeah.
That's why our magic is important, right? That's why.
Yeah. And it's forcing everyone to get in, like, it's the invitation, right?
Yeah. It's an invitation to go inward and say, okay, what do I really believe? What do I know to be true for me?
Yeah.
Right.
Which is a very hard question for us to ask ourselves.
You got to get quiet. You got to get still.
It's like the question of, what do I want? Right. It's like when you ask someone that question, it's like, what do you mean?
Well, let me tell you what I don't want.
So I hope that was helpful. It's Angelique. Is that It's funny, we've got
Well,
Anjali.
no, that's her handle, Angelic Maria
Oh, got
444. That's not her name.
okay, got it.
I
Well,
mean, Maria is her name.
Maria.
Follow her on Instagram. She's a sweetheart.
I love that. Yay. Okay, we have Zakia, and she's asked.
Say her name again.
Zakia.
Zakia. Okay.
Yeah.
Want to check the energy.
And she's she said, "You'll love this, Chloe." Lol. Mediumship has been popping into my awareness lately. So I guess she's asking, yay or nay?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if so, here's my theory, my plan, how I live my life with my intuition. If things are coming to me, if things are popping up, right? Like Chloe and I've talked about doing something together forever. And then we had talked about it, and there was all kinds of stuff that happened in her family. And then I got blessed with a new grandbaby. My son and his wife had another baby. So it's like this. There's all this kind of stuff, right? But it just came together like this, right? Totally. So it is mediumship, things that come forward. If mediumship is coming forward for you, you're being, it's like your ancestors are tapping you on the shoulder. They want you to talk to them, right? They want you to connect with them, right?
For sure. I agree.
So I would say, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Texas size, yeah.
Texas, yeah.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I work with Zakia. We've been friends, and she's been a client for a couple of years. So, she, yeah. I mean, it's like the progression of her work.
Okay.
Right, and it just makes sense.
Right.
It's like,
right.
and yeah, it's I just.
And it's easy to get frightened by mediumship.
Oh, don't you know? Eh? You guys will.
You guys hear her accent? She does that sometimes.
I do that. I pop out accents every now and then. No,
and I try to mock her, but I fail horribly. So
no,
you will not hear that out of me.
I don't want to be cocky, but I am pretty good at accents.
That is cocky.
Wow, you're being very cheeky. I'm gonna have to get you.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I can speak to that because when a mediumship started to pop into my awareness, I got really freaked out and tripped up. I write all about it in my book.
It's a scary thing. It can be scary. It can feel scary. But here's the thing about mediumship. It's a conversation. And if you approach it with respect, you open up and you introduce and meet appropriately, right? We talk about it in our book, how to do this. You just set the space. Have the conversation. What, babe?
Zakia has a copy of your book. I got it. I gifted it.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Yeah.
And meet that space. You'll find it starts to flow, and it's not really scary because they're coming forward to heal things.
Mm-hmm.
To complete energies, and that's a real blessing to be that kind of vessel to bring that kind of healing, because that's what our world needs. Seriously.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and yeah, with mediumship, I think it's getting, there's a lot of stories and mind stuff around it and beliefs that are around it, that there's a lot of charge in it, as I know, and as you know from working with me at that time. And I find that the more centered you are and the more you're empowered you are, then the less that becomes a thing, because it's the same as anything.
100%.
So, Zakia, I think,
and with anything, like you said, with anything, you have to face your fear.
Yeah.
You look at it, and you realize when you look at it, it's not as big as you made it out to be.
No, exactly. Yeah. Awesome. Thumbs up to Zakia. We have CJ McMeekin. Nice. Oh, my first is Cheryl, a past student of Lynette's.
Oh, Cheryl. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Hey, honey.
Nice. Hi, Cheryl.
Does Cheryl have a question?
I don't think she does. Lost my sister-in-law on April 1st. Oh, wow.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
And wondering if there are any messages from her.
What did she give her first name? Cheryl's sister-in-law.
No, I don't see it. Wow, we got lots. Hi, she says hi. Let's see if Cheryl, can you give her her name?
I just want to make sure I'm tuned into the.
Marlene.
So the first thing, she's coming forward, and her energy is coming forward. Is she's okay? This is the first thing that she's like, tell them I'm okay. And I don't really feel like it's not her 100%. I feel like she's still acclimating to not acclimating. That's my human word, right? But that adapting, whatever. I can't find a human word. Integrating, whatever. But she's good. She's fine. She says that it was like she had an exit ramp, Cheryl, and it was like she felt like she needed to take it. And she just keeps telling me it was time. It was time. And she's also showing me the sorrow of how it left all you guys, the missing, the grief. And she also wants me to say that she's around. She's like, I'm watching. I'm around the kids. I don't know what that means. She's like, I'm around the kids. And she's telling you, she wants you specifically, Cheryl, to know that this work that you're doing, this type of work, is important, and she wants to talk with you. So, honey, set up, your automatic writing and have a conversation with her. You're ready. What do you
get? When I first connect to her, I see a star. And when you were just saying that, like, that she's ready, I specifically feel Cheryl, like, connecting to her at night. I don't know if, like, you guys used to talk on the phone at night. There's something about nighttime. And I keep also seeing a bracelet. I don't know if you have a bracelet that she gave to you, or that you think, like, there's something about a bracelet that I keep feeling. And yeah, there's definitely, there's a lot of heaviness, but there's also, like, lightness as well, right? So when I connect to the family, I feel heaviness. But then when I connect to Marlene, like, she's showing me, like, an elevator going up, right? So it's kind of like that, it's the in-between time when things are still, like Lynette said, integrating, and with death, grief, I can speak to this pretty clearly. It takes time. Like, you can't make sense of all of the emotions at first. It's very overwhelming. So you have to give yourself, and it makes me emotional immediately. Like, you have to just allow space, because it does kind of feel like that. Like, you feel like you're being weighed down, but then at the same time, something is happening and you're moving upwards, and there's a contrast of energy, and it's like constant. So I just feel that's where you are, and it's okay, and time will move things along. And spend time connecting to her at night, feels like.
And Cheryl, sorry, I also see she keeps doing this, and it's not my same symbol for, like, that she died of a heart attack or anything like that, but she keeps doing this. So I don't know if that means anything to you.
She's Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey. Sending you lots of love.
Anjali says, so wonderful to see you here, Lynette. Going to check out your book. Thanks for the reading. Yay.
Good. Thank you.
Lots of love, Marlene. Or sorry, well, Marlene and Cheryl.
Yes.
Okay, let's see where we are.
Questions.
Wow, look at all these lovely messages. Okay.
Oh, are they good? I'm like,
Yeah, this is
like
fun.
without like my phone. I'm like,
Okay. So Brandy, continually getting stuck in the same cycle of pain, physical and mental. How do I break this and move forward?
Cut it out. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You got to laugh at this stuff if you can't.
Yeah.
Laugh, right. Because one of my favorite things to tell, and anybody who works with me has heard it a zillion times, and they stick their tongue on me. There's nothing serious going on here. We've got to be able to laugh, right? Because otherwise, if you take it so serious, you will not be able to do it. So you want to go first? You want me to go first? I went first. The mediumship. You go.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need a sip of water. I need a sip of tea.
I mean, Brandy, the first thing I'm seeing is the ocean. I know that you live in BC. I just feel like, okay, so there, I see like an arrow pointing straight. So what I'm kind of feeling is that you're getting caught in a cycle of pain, physical and mental, because there's something like you're not fully acknowledging or owning a truth, whether it's something that you want or something that you are scared of, or there's something like they're showing like the arrow is straight, but you're kind of drawing a circle around the arrow. So you're kind of like, yeah, I know that I could do this, but so I mean, like Lynette said, like cut it out, in a loving way. Is that the circle's being created because there's something that you're not acknowledging or you're scared of. So I think that how to break it is to tell yourself the truth. I also feel, the first thing I get is asking for support. Like sometimes we need someone who can be our accountability, like support system. One of the things that I wrote down was for today's call is to have a community of people that you align with that can really support you in your vision. I mean, for Lynette and I, like we have each other here in Austin and we really support each other in our magic and whatever playful ideas we get, where again, our partners are like, oh my God, go for it, So I just keep feeling, Brandy, that maybe there's space for you to bring in some support, whether it's someone that you work with or a friend, like something that can keep you accountable to what it is that you want. Because I find that what happens is that you second guess yourself or you get scared and then you go back into the cycle. And so you need something that can hold your arrow or hold the arrow that's pointing towards where you want to go. So hope that helps. What do you got?
I get that Brandy has a small addiction to feeling bad about herself.
Right.
And that when I say addiction, is like we so often, like Dibby says this thing, she's like, I'm addicted to feeling good. I'm addicted to feeling good. If you're going to be addicted to something, that's something to be addicted to, right? But it's a great way to rework our amygdala and our neural pathways, because we are trained to look out for survival, to look out for like, where's the predators, what's going on, where are my vulnerabilities, so that I can offset them before anything comes this way. And I feel with you, Brandy, that you really aren't seeing who you are. I hear mirror work, like looking in the mirror and looking in your eyes and owning your beauty and your grace and who you are. And the cycle will break when we break our cycles when we're conscious of, oh, here I go again. And you might not catch yourself, where you stop yourself every time, but every time you practice, it becomes shorter and shorter and shorter, right? So have faith in yourself. Believe in your ability to choose to feel good about yourself, because you really have it going on. You do.
She does.
You do. She does.
Yay. Hope you got to hear that, Brandy. Amazing. Thank you. I'm at the beach while I watch this.
Oh, awesome.
Everything is hitting strongly.
Oh, good.
That's awesome. Okay, let's see who else we have here. And I think for Maria, it's Maria. Okay, yeah. Got it.
Yeah, her name's Maria. Yeah.
Thanks, Maria. Sorry about that. It's because Anjali, so I was like, oh, we have another Anjali.
Anjali? Yeah. Angelic Maria.
Okay. Who is... Okay, Tammy. I'll be going through some changes within my job later this year, and I'd love to hear what you get from Spirit around this transition.
I see A+, gigantic check marks, like big, bold, and red, like, yes.
Nice.
That's what I got right. That's what I got. What'd you get?
Pretty good. For Tammy. So the first word I hear is that kind of feels a little bit like heavy, but the first word I have heard is that you've been a workhorse. And so I feel that this transition is like actually about you, like they're saying, like breaking free. So yeah, I think that I'm also getting an A+.
Yeah, baby, go.
Yeah.
So Chloe, we're at 8 minutes after 6. Do we?
Yeah.
We want to. I mean, I'm real present to what we promised.
Yeah. So, well, we can, we have so many, it's wonderful to have all of you guys here. Well, maybe we should share, like, what's our plan? What's our vision?
Plan? Well, I mean, is this something you got that people, I don't know if it provides value. I'm all about it. I mean, I'm happy to come on and chat, right?
Yeah.
Divvy and I are doing a Facebook Live next Monday, but it's at 7:30. So, I mean, if you want to play with this every Monday, I don't know. Is that too much? I don't want you to get off.
Like every other Monday.
Is that something? Okay.
That's done with every other Monday. Well, one of the things that, and like we can ask you guys, y'all, what I'm thinking is, because we originally thought of this idea because we were thinking about doing it on Clubhouse. But we're also like, is everyone on Clubhouse? Because the cool thing about Clubhouse is that you can call, like, basically it's like you call in, so we can hear people's voices, which is kind of special. It's not video, but so maybe we'll play around and we'll do 1 week on Clubhouse, and then
sounds confusing.
Oh, really?
Yes. Does that seem you guys? I just know people like I was on Instagram. I don't know where they were.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, we can.
But I'm good to go to Clubhouse. If we go from here to Clubhouse, that's fine too. I just want it to be easy.
Yeah, we can plan to do every other week here, and then maybe one time we do Clubhouse and see how it goes. I'm just interested to try Clubhouse out.
I want to try it too.
Holly said, "I love Clubhouse. Either way works." I love Clubhouse. Is that Chan Fran Fan? Is that Chantel from Whistler?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Is that you, Chantal?
I'm like, is that?
I'm
good with Clubhouse too. Does everybody have Clubhouse?
Seems like everyone's down.
Do people even know what Clubhouse is?
Okay, Chan Fran. It's Chantal.
It is Chantal. Hi, Chantal.
Chantal. That's so nice. Okay, so and Denise said I'm good with Clubhouse.
I've never tried Clubhouse, but it sounds really cool.
Yeah. So That's so cool. Hi, Chantal. So you know what, guys? We'll do
Let's do in 2 weeks here.
we'll do it here in 2 weeks, and then we'll see how it goes. But so, guys, 5 p.m. Central, Instagram Live, Chloe's page, and we hope. And you know, if we didn't get to your questions, just remember that what we shared, there's something in there for you. And please come back in 2 weeks, and we'll jam, and we'll leave more time for readings. We'll probably just we'll see what.
Yeah, if that's what everybody wants, or we can maybe chat a little bit about magic and then go into it.
Yeah, well, you know, I always like that. So
I do too. Maybe we'll do a little. Maybe you can do a little pull a card or something.
Yeah,
or the group,
or runes.
or there you go, Mighty.
Yeah, we'll do that. So
okay, awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much. And I'm going to save this. So I'm going to put it on my page, and I'll send it to you, Lynette, so you can
put it on mine. Thank you, darling. You
yeah.
guys, thanks for being here. You guys are so awesome. It's so great. Here's the other thing I want to tell all of you. You being here, and even if you're watching the replay, but your energy is coming through to us, and it feels yummy.
It does.
Really awesome. And so I just love feeling that connection. So
me too.
Thank you so much.
This has been so special.
I know. And I love you.
We'll do it again.
I know. It's going to be so much fun. And one Monday we can do it out here, and we'll both be on kayaks.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I love it.
Bye, guys. Have a great Monday. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, darling. I love you.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.